Hello everyone. Today I wanna tell you about Elizabeth era and William Shakespeare. The first of all, let me introduce myself first. My name is Indah Saputri Hasanah, and my study number is 19111001. The first material we gonna talk about Elizabeth era. Elizabeth literature, body of works written during the reign of Elizabeth I of England, 1558 until 1603, probably the most splendid age in history of English literature, during which such Sir Philip Sidney, Edmund Spenser, Richard Hooker, Christopher Marlowe, and William Shakespeare flourished. The epithet Elizabethan is merely a chronological reference and does not describe any special characteristic of the writing. The Elizabeth age saw the flowering of poetry, the sonnets, Spenserian stanza, dramatic blank verse, and was a golden age of drama, especially for the plays of Shakespeare, and inspired a wide variety of splendid prose, from historical chronicle version of the Holy Scriptures, pamphlets, literary criticism, to the first English novel. From the beginning of 17th century, a sudden darkening of tone became noticeable in most forms of literary expression, especially in drama, and the change more or less coincided with the death of Elizabeth. The creation of Church of England, the defeat of military threats from Spain. During the region, London-centered culture, both cultural and popular, produced great poetry and drama. English pre-war combined influence from the medieval theater with the Renaissance rediscovery of Romance dramatists, Seneca for tragedy and Plautus and Terence for comedy. Italy was an important source for Renaissance idea in England, and the linguist lexicographer John Florio, whose father was Italian, a royal language tutor the court of James I, who had father-mother brought the much of Italian language culture to England. He also translated the works of Montaigne from French into English. Two most important Elizabeth prose writers were John Lyly, Thomas Ness, Lyly as English writer, poet, drama, playwright, and politician, best known for his book The Anatomy of Wit and Euphues and His England. Lyly's mannered literary style and originating of his first book is known as Euphuism. Lyly also be considered and remembered as primary influence of the play of William Shakespeare, and in particular romantic comedies. Lyly plays Love Metamorphosis and largest of influence Love Labor Laws, Galatea in the possible search for other plays. William Shakespeare was much of celebrity as he would be if we were living today, where his name is recognizable in almost every household. His plays were primarily drama, which was changed from previous plays in former era of England. And then the literature during Elizabethan time was not only loved and appreciated by the upper class. In fact, the lower class equally appreciated William Shakespeare literature and drama plays, but classes alike would pile there was into amphitheaters just to see them. Popular literature during Elizabethan era. While William Shakespeare does good love of appreciation in our school today, and he is worthy of it as well, there were other writers and literature that people did enjoy. People like Edmund Spenser, while writing some very popular literature during this time. You must understand the royalty, including Queen Elizabeth I, and so found a lot of interest in literature work being done. This probably spurred a lot of focusing producing high quality work since she was so interested in. She would frequently have a private performance of the play. Everyone knows you should never disappoint of the Queen. The age Elizabeth is about a region of Queen Elizabeth I and is reached to the climax and conclusion, and then the witness the literary decline under the first of the Stuarts. The dominating features of the period can be conventionally summarized until two heads. The first is settlement. In politics, the English nation was at training the state of stability. Dynastic problem took still nerve-wracking did open warfare, and the union of the crowns finally set the rest the ancient quarrel between Scotland and England. This settlement was all for good and of literature. And number two is expansion. In our history, this is perhaps the most remarkable approach from the expansion of both mental and geographical horizon. Now knowledge was pouring from the east, and the world were opening in the west. The great voyagers was exploit were chronicles in the immortal page of Haiku. And then the next is literary style. Poetry in Elizabeth era, period immediately preceding that of the Camsey Poetry House, Skelton, and kind succeeding in the strange beauty of Elizabeth poetry. Between these two extreme different stages of development are fairly made. The earliest period, this from 150, this period is that of West Sydney, Surrey, the University with. This is a formative and imitative period during which the defense upon the classical origin is particularly strong. The style has a precision and erratic character of the diligent papil. There are few deliberate innovation and lapses into barism are not unknown. In this period appear the sonnet, blank verse, and many of the beautiful radical metrical form. The lyric style is least restrained by models. The Specerian and Shakespeare stage. In this stage is the stage of highest development, the native English genius having absorbed the lesson of Parisian writers, and the dome of youth and outdoor of its own style, and the result of fullness, freshness, and grandeur of style and quality in ordered period of our literature. There are lyrics, elegiacs, Spenser of the poem dramas, lyric of Shakespeare in the memorable melancholical poems and plays for other writers. The style is varied of the poem, but the universal note is the mechanic of one power and ease. In the second half of 17th century, its decline is apparent. The inspired phraseology and wealth and flexibility of vocabulary, and the general bloom of the style passed into likeness and fancy, the tinkling absentential verse of nature of champions, or the high serious degrades into a gloomy manner of the Websterian tragedy. The handling of blank verse is typical in the of Elizabethan. The Shakespearean verse become nerveless and pours, the quality becomes coarser. I think enough from Elizabethan era. Thank you for watching.